Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for Love and Hip Hop, the New York franchise. This is season 8, episode 1. But how's everyone doing today? You doing good? Everybody had a good day? You did? Cool. Drop a comment below. Just say hi. Yes, I had a nice day. Let's try that for today. But let's get into this Love and Hip Hop New York review. I was bored. Just gonna be honest. I was bored. I expected more, I guess. But I think because they're having to introduce new characters, it's not gonna be like, all the old favorites coming back. We do see that Yandy is still there. We see that Remi's there. Rich is still there. I'm trying to think of who was old members. And then, Bianca is still there. Snoop is still there. Juju. But I'm bored. Like, Juju, who was, Cameron's girlfriend, I'm bored. Snoop, from The Wire, I'm bored. Bianca, I'm semi-bored, even though she be turning up, but I'm still bored because I'm looking like you still doing the same antics that you've been doing for the past 2 seasons, and you still not as popular as you could be if you wasn't so reckless. You know what I'm saying? The new characters who we've seen, I'm not here for it just yet. I'm not even thinking about it at all. We don't see Little Mo in this episode. So, Self is still in here. Papoose, of course, is here. We see Safari's on this particular season. Shout out to Safari for getting them checks. Because Safari literally went from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, which the season, the reunion just aired, of course, last week or whatever. He went from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood to Love and Hip Hop New York. You know what I'm saying? Get them checks, homie. And, I think Safari is hilarious. I think he is definitely comic relief. And you need that sometime on these shows. You need someone who's not going to really be about the drama. And they going to kind of make the crowd laugh and kind of, have jokes and stuff like that. Y'all know I'm always fixing my hair, but whatever. So, the episode starts off, we see Remy Ma on a helicopter coming in. And, unlike Hazel E's helicopter entrance, I believe Remy out here, chartering helicopters, get from point A to point B around New York. Completely believe it. Hazel E, when she tried that on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood on her first episode, was looking like, girl, bye. Ain't nobody believing you got a dang on that you own a helicopter. No ma'am, no sir, no thank you. Remy Ma, however, came in on her helicopter, bringing up how she's about women empowerment and how she was happy to have, some of the famous, female MCs from back in the day, Queen Latifah, MC Light, Remy Ma, Moni Love. I think she also had Rod Digger. It was a few female rap artists that she had when she performed at Summer Jam this summer in New York. And, she's just saying how she just wants to be able to, have women work together. Now, we know she's not talking about her and Nicki Minaj, so we're going to leave that where it is. We do, however, see that she posted right after the show aired that her and Lil' Kim have a song coming out soon. She did not, of course, post a snippet of it. It's just like the photo of the single release photo or whatever. I think it's called Wake Me Up. So that, of course, is posted on my IG page. Please make sure to follow my IG. It's still Jay Lee's Corner. You can also follow my Facebook page, which is also Jay Lee's Corner. So, go ahead and check those out. And then, as always, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Support. Thank you. So, she then says how she is throwing a, women's empowerment, or women's, just like a networking party for women. And, we saw Yandy was there. We saw Snoop was there. Juju and Bianca was there. Brought props to Remy Ma. Again, we see how she is interacting more with the cast this season, I'll say. Why do I say that? Because she actually had a scene with Juju and Bianca. And if you recall, Remy Ma on any of the other seasons that she's been on, sorry, I drank a whole bunch of water like 20 minutes ago, so I'm full of water. But yeah, the past couple of seasons, Remy Ma has only really interacted with Pat. You know, it was scenes with her and Papoose, and that was really it. She didn't really interact with any other women on the show. And you know, I think she may have, her and Pat have maybe hung out with Mendices and Yandy a few seasons ago, but since then, you know what I'm saying, it's been Remy and Pat, and that's it. So we see that she actually sitting and she's talking with Juju and Bianca, and you know, to see how she's ready to have all women work together, and you know, just be supportive of one another and not be hating, which makes Bianca bring up, well, yeah, because I always think people hating on me, and I'm like, who, Bianca? Who hating on chicken noodle soup? So you know, Juju bring up, well, I know you're not talking because, you know, if you're talking about the same beef, it's some girl named Bree who Bianca and this girl been beefing, I guess, for years. I'm not from New York, so I don't know beef that happens in New York. So I don't know if this is a real beef, a made-up beef, or beef that's in their head. You know, Bianca do say, well, yeah, because she, you know, thinking that I'm hating on her, or that I'm trying to be like her. I'm like, she then said, yeah, because she had blue hair, and I have blue hair. Did you have us arguing over blue hair? I mean, no one can say I wore blue hair first, so I'm the blue hair queen. I mean, let's all be truthful. I remember Lil' Kim in the blue wig, you know what I'm saying, and the video from back in the day. What was it called? Is it the Night Tonight's video? Whatever the name of the video was. But she had all these different color wigs. And I don't get how a person feels like if a person has a hair color and someone else gets that same hair color, they copy off me. I mean, I've never heard of Brie, personally. I mean, I've heard of Bianca from Chicken Noodle Soup and this show, but I don't see how two up-and-coming people saying someone's copying off of them. Both of y'all. Girl, bye. So, you know, Remy lets her know, like, look, I know what you're going through. I've been through that, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want to go that route because, again, remember, Remy was younger and she was in the industry. You know what I'm saying? She ended up going to prison for, you know, getting beefed out with somebody and stabbed. Either she stabbed him or shot him. But basically over some petty bullshit. You don't want to get into the industry and then be consumed with petty bullshit, and you out here fussing and fighting and stabbing and shooting, and then someone gets locked up for 7 winters and 6 summers. You don't want to have that, as Remy Ma is saying. So she's like, you know, you gotta let that petty shit go, and you know what I'm saying, just do whatever. So I'm like, okay, you know, I think that was sound advice to say, you can't be out here fighting on no petty shit, because when you're out here fighting on petty stuff, it turns into something that you don't want it to be. And if someone gets hurt, if someone presses charges, then someone's going to jail and someone's going to be missing out on some checks. And that's just stupid. So we see, you know, Snoop, Papoose, DJ Self was, sitting around chit-chatting. You know, Self bring up some new girl who's going to be on Gwinnett Entertainment. Like, she going to be the new thing. She's oh so popular. I know DJ Self is an accomplished DJ in New York. I completely understand that. But I don't know of any female artist that DJ Self has put on Gwinnett Entertainment who was popped. I can't. I mean, Mariah Lynn, who, you know, as we all know, once upon a time, she was a hoe. She was admitting it. And that's the last I think I've heard of Mariah Lynn. And I'm like, okay. You know, I think Self might be slapping his stuff because he let Cardi B slip through his fingers. I mean, as we remember when Cardi B first came on Love and Hip Hop, she was trying to get Self to play her records and to kind of work with her. And he kind of, I won't say he played her, but he didn't pay her the correct attention that she probably could have needed at that point in time. Because as we see where where she is now. So I'm kind of not taking Self serious with he bringing these artists up who look like video vixens and they don't talk. They just sit there and they be pretty. I feel like when you're an artist, you showcase your artist skills. You know what I'm saying? If you're a rapper, you should always be in some kind of scene rapping. If you're a singer, walk up singing, hello. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself noticed. Don't just come in you know what I'm saying, a bandage dress and sit down and then shut up. Then we don't know who you are. You're just a pretty girl sitting next to the guys. So from there, we see Safari is back. Of course, he's in New York, of course, and he's there just saying, yeah, I can basically move back because, you know, I've been in Hollywood for a while, and I started in New York, so I want to come back to New York, plus my family is here. So, you know, I get it. We see Yandy, of course, is back, and she was talking to Remy and Juju. And when she's talking to them, her phone rings. And who was it calling her? It's Mendeecees. Now, we all know Mendeecees is in federal prison. I believe he got like maybe 6 years or 8 years or something like that. And he's been gone for probably a good 2 years. He's been gone for a little bit of a minute. And when he called her, everyone knows when your man is in jail, or when your man, your family, your cousin, whoever, when they are in jail, you can't call them back. And we know, even though you can tell them to call you back, they might not be able to call you right back. I have a friend who's in jail. He's been there, for a while. We talk on the phone or whatever. He's an old childhood friend. And if I'm able to answer the phone, I answer the phone. If I'm not able to answer the phone, I don't answer, of course. But I've never answered the phone and said, call me right back. But this is what Yandy did. And, she was like, hey, Mendeecees. And he like, hey, what's up? And she's like, nothing, I'm with the girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to call you right back. What kind of prison he in? He got called waiting, you can call him back. And she's like, well, call me back. And he was like, oh, all right. And then she was like, funny thing is my friend from jail is calling, but I can't take the call because I'm doing a video. So I'll just send him something on JPay. Send him a message. But hey Goldie. So that is a coincidence. Okay? Wow. So anywho, yeah, when he like, okay, and she got the phone, and Remy like, I can't believe she just curved Mendeecees like that. And she was like, girl, you better take that call from your man. And she was like, no, that was my afternoon call. I talked, he emailed me every day. We talk in the morning. He called me before bed. So I talked to him multiple times a day. And I understand that, some people don't get how often you honestly can talk to your loved ones in jail if they have access like that. Because, of course, each jail is different. But I would never answer the call and then be like, let me call you right back. Or call. I wouldn't do that. Because my thing is, if you was able to answer the phone, then just talk to the person. I mean, my thing is, your friend should not be more important than your husband. That's just my personal opinion. And, even Remy was like, I don't want to judge her, but I wouldn't have did that. And then she's like, well, when you was locked up, how many times did you call, Pat? She was like, I called him all the time, and we would talk. And my thing is, I think Yandy, it might have been for TV. I don't know. But she literally said, I'm going to call you back. Call me back. And then made it seem like it was, no big deal because, we talk all day. That's just my afternoon call. Well, how do you know he didn't need something? How do you know that he didn't want, because you didn't even say, hey, babe, what's up? Do you need anything? Is everything okay? And then if he said, well, no, I just want to talk to you for real, everything's fine. But I'll just call him to chit chat. And then if you say, well, yeah, I'm at a party with, I'm here with Remy and whoever, can we talk? Can you call us? Can you call me back? I can get that. But she kind of just ended it like, hey, I'm going to call you back. Well, damn, Andy. But, it is what it is. So from there, we see Rich is back, of course. And he actually found out that he has type 2 diabetes. And he sounds concerned. He sounds serious. In his face, he looks younger, weirdly. And I always felt like Rich looked old in the face. I think it's because he's been in these streets, thotting and bopping for 30, 40 years. And that could be the reason. I did not know he was only 42. I promise you, I thought Rich was like 50. I thought he was an old head in these streets. 42 is not that old. I'm only 35. He's only 7 years older than me. But in his face, he looked younger. And he just said how he was trying to, control the diabetes, take better care of himself. He brings up how he's had family members who have died from diabetes. And, he ain't looking to die, at only 42 years old. He's not going to let it beat him. And I'm like, kudos to him for taking things serious. And, he said how he's, not trying to be out in these streets, on that creep squad shit no more. Well, we know he's going to always be a creep. So, yeah. So, we see that whole thing. Now, there is a new character on this episode. Her name is Anais. I know I probably pronounced her name wrong. But it is what it is. I couldn't think of how to say it. I think it's Anais. Anais. Whatever. Y'all know who she is because y'all watched it. Anywho, she reminds me. I'm not going to say that yet. So, she's new. She's supposedly, she won like the Spanish version of American Idol. And, she's like I was a wife and I was a mom for a few years. Now I'm back, you know, trying to make myself, you know, be back in the music industry. I feel like she has a face that makes me believe she's older than what she looks. Or she just had a rough life and she's younger and she just looks older. I don't know, but I don't know if I like her. I don't. I feel like she is a Cardi B type, Jocelyn type character. I feel like that's her she seems extra. And you can always tell when someone has seen the show and they're trying to be something that kind of isn't them. And there's something extra about her that I don't get. I can say that. You know, it's only episode 1 I get it, but it's something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people with, you know, that Jocelyn complex who think they are larger than life and they're this character on screen, and then they're like, well, I'm not like that in real life. You know, that's just I don't like that. So I don't know if I like her just yet. We see that she has an older husband, and by older I mean like he looked like he like 70. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that she looks 70. I think she looks like she could be in her she look like she could be in her mid 40s, but not a young mid 40s, like a 40, like, you know when you were a kid, and like when I was a kid, 40 looked older. You know, she looks like an older 40-year-old in my head. And I don't know if it's the makeup, because we all know how Jocelyn looked different her first season because the makeup wasn't right, so it could also be that. But you know, her husband seems to not be getting along, and I can tell what it is already. She want to be out in these streets starting and bopping and being a superstar and a rock star and whatever. And he is an older man who wants a wife at the crib chilling, and that ain't what she want right now. She trying to be, as I said, in these streets starting and bopping. You know, she has a manager whose name is Navarro, who they're flirting back and forth, but Navarro has a girlfriend. I don't think Navarro and her are going to hook up. However, I do think their flirtatious ways is going to be some kind of friction between him and his girlfriend. I can see that coming already. You know, we later see her and her husband kind of bumping heads, where she come in with blue hair. I don't know what this obsession with blue hair is about. I don't know, between the girl Brianna, and then this Anai is, I'm gonna get her name next week, Anai's chick. I need y'all to get rid of the blue hair. You know what I'm saying? I think Mariah Lynn had blue hair last season too. I'm over it. And when she walked in, her husband like, I don't like that hair. It looks stupid. Why can't you support me? Girl, you got blue hair and that man is 70, okay? He don't want no damn blue hair. He wants a wife, okay? And, you know, he like, look, you know, we bumping heads. You know, you want to be doing one thing. I want you to be home. You know, I was calling you today because you were out late and I wanted you to come home and you didn't want to come home. And then he like, look, you either want to be married to me or you want to be divorced. I don't know. You know, I think I might need some time to be separate. I feel like I'm already over her in this situation, because it's clear that she's going to be cheating on that man. You know what I'm saying? It's clear from the previews of the season of what's gonna happen, and I think that's why I'm not even forward, because the writing is too much on the wall, and I feel like she's trying to be a Jocelyn type character, or a Cardi B type character. And I mean, like, when Cardi B is who Cardi B is, Jocelyn is who Jocelyn is. But, you know, like a Hazel E, or like a Moniece, not a Moniece, Masika, just trying to be more. And, you know, I don't like it. I don't. So, you know, whatever. We see the chick Bree, who Bianca beefing with, gets introduced to Rich so that Rich can manage her. Now, I don't know why on these shows everyone goes to Rich. Rich hasn't made anybody popped ever. Okay? Ever. So, I'm like, why I see the sought after manager person to work with on the show? Oh, right, because they on the show. And, you know, they bring up how, well, yeah, Bianca and Brie has a beef or whatever. They be beefing out, they be arguing, fussing, and fighting. And, you know, because the girl Bree said she feel like Bianca stole her swag. And I'm just confused about how, again, are y'all arguing with blue hair? How was two unknown new artists acting like they out here selling out arenas? Neither one of y'all have a single on the radio. And neither one of y'all out here performing to real crowds. So I need y'all both to calm down and not get too big for your britches. So, you know, the girl Bree is like, yeah, they got beef or whatever, but it's cool. But also how she was raised by her grandmother, because her mother got into the music industry, and because of that she got strung out on drugs. So her grandmother has raised her, and her grandmother's getting old, and she's like, where's the music, baby, where's the music? She's like, so she want to make it before her grandmother, you know, might pass away, which is, you know, it's a really good story. But again, I'm not here for the ethics of it. I mean, I never understand why they ever put two artists who are clearly beefed out on the same show, and then y'all don't want to let them fight. I mean, if they fighting, let them fight. Let them get it over with and leave it at that. I mean, if not, why are they on the show? Why? I don't feel like hearing chicks argue all day. Let them square up, let them fight, and then get it over with, and let them move on. Okay. Even though I'm against violence, I really am. But I just hate the bullshit of the, oh, they don't like each other, so we gotta keep them apart, or sneakily put them in the same scene and let's see what happens. I really don't care. So of course Rich agrees to work with her, because like, I'm all about the music and I want to work with people who's popping. Whatever, Rich. We see Andy. She's at her office now. Well, no. We see her in a conference room by herself on the phone. I'm going to say it was her office because she said it was her office, but I'm like, does nobody else work there? You don't have like a regular office? I mean, because she was like in a conference room. And I'm like, does she not have like a regular office? But I'm not here to judge. And Mendice's called her. Now, she answers this phone call. She does. And, you know, he like, you know, what's up? You know, why did you not answer? Why did you, you know, in our call last time? You don't know what I needed. It could have been an emergency, you know. Is your friends more important than me? And she's like, you know, I don't get to hang out with my friends a lot. What did she say? Oh, you know, I knew you would call me back, but, you know, did you have something important to say? He like, well, it don't matter now. I have my mom handle it. My mom handle it. And of course, she like, you know, oh my God, you know, I feel like his mom is too much involved in our relationship. And the reason, Andy, why that could be is because when you deal with a man in jail and you're his wife and you sticking it out, the sad part about it is whatever he need, he gonna call you. And if he can't get to you, he gonna go to his mother. Bottom line. If you don't want his mother in your business, the sad part about it is you don't have to keep biting the bullet and just being there. That's what it takes to ride it out with a dude. It's very hard. It's very strenuous. It's very crazy. And it leaves little to your own life to be done. But if he can't reach you, who else do you think he's going to reach out to? His mama. Of course. So, you know, he then said how someone sent him a picture of her from off Instagram, and how she looked like she out here thotting and bopping, trying to be a video vixen and not trying to be a businesswoman. And my thing is, we all know men in jail don't have nothing but time to think about things and to get things in their head. And I'm pretty sure other inmates ain't like, yo, girl out here looking like a snack. You know what I'm saying? She got her ass all out. It's like your ass cheek was out. She was like, I was on the beach, you know? And if you on the beach, you are supposed to wear a bikini. Now, I don't know if she was really on the beach or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But, you know, she like, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this work, but, you know, I also have to work. And he's like, man, you know, whatever. Bye. And he hang up on her. And, again, I don't know if these antics is to give her a storyline or if this is really what they're going through. I don't know just yet. Because, I don't know. Because of something else that happens later. I'll talk about that in 1 second. What else? They, you know, go over how, you know, Remy won the best female rap at the BET Awards or whatever. Yeah, I think it was the BET Awards. It was the Grammys. No, the BET Awards. And, you know, how she's happy because, you know, the same person won it the past 7 times. But, you know, it came back to where it was supposed to be. So yeah, we see that. You know, we see her and Pap talking about how they want to have a baby. Well, he wants her to focus on having a baby. She wants to focus on her new album. And she's like, but I can do both at the same time. I guess they're gonna be trying IVF to try to get her pregnant. And you know, we kind of see where he more is focused on the pregnancy, and she is focused on her album. But you know, she's been away for 7 winters and 6 summers. We, you know, it's a thing of that's what she said, and we have to remember, you know, last season she did have a miscarriage. So sometimes it do take women a minute to get back into the swing of things, to really, really want another child when they've suffered a miscarriage. So, you know, we just see what happens with that. There's a scene where we see, you know, Rich is in the club with the girl Bree, the little rapper girl who don't like Bianca, and she goes to the bathroom, and then who do we see pop up? Here comes Bianca. Of course. So he's talking to Bianca like, I know you and her don't get along, but I'm hoping I can have y'all have a conversation so that we can squash this beef and we all can just, you know what I'm saying, live harmoniously, you know, in these streets. And she's like, well, you know, whatever. I don't know. You know, I might be more mature, but, you know, my attitude at times, you know, it's not so much under control. And for the most part, Bianca hadn't said anything out the way about the girl. The girl walk up, Bree walk up, and then she instantly says, you still trying to be like me, huh? And I'm like, damn, bitch. This is right when she walk up. And she said it, and then Rich was like, oh my God, here we go. Basically, because Bianca hadn't said nothing out the way he had. Bianca was literally just sitting there. And I think they both might have had on like some kind of silvery, shiny outfit, which is why she's sending, you know, Bianca wants to look like her. But at the end of the day, no one cares because we don't even know who you are. And, you know, Bianca like, yeah, come closer. Yeah, come talk. Now, Stevie Wonder could have seen that was set up, okay? Anyone who's, when you beefing with someone and they say, yeah, come a little bit closer, let's talk. And they say it with their eyes all scrunched up and their head cocked to the side, it means, bitch, come close, I can wring your neck. But Bree was smart, because she was like, I don't know, is any goons around? You know, I don't know if I want to come close. You were smart. But it also showed that you scary. Because my thing is, if you really about that life as you say you are, like when I see her, it's on sight. You didn't come not nowhere near Bianca. And I feel like if you're going to talk about it, then be about it. Don't talk me to death and be like me and her beefed out, and then when you see her, you stand 15 feet away and you talk smack. Because you've seen the show and you know security won't let her get to you. That's what I don't like about these kind of shows. So Bianca's still sitting there, and the girl like, you know, this is so whack, you know, this is so pathetic. And, you know, Bianca's still saying like, you know, come closer, come on, let's talk. And she's still saying it with this calm, cool demeanor. And she just look at head cocked like, yeah, come on, let's talk. And, you know, the girl Bree was saying, this is stupid. I can't believe you even here. And Bianca, slyly, just so ever so slick, so low-key, she went down and she took her boot off, or her shoe, or her heels off. And I'm like, y'all don't see her reaching down like that? Y'all don't see her? Y'all don't see that? And I'm like, but she did it to where I'm like, I'm thinking security must have seen her, but they didn't rush in because she was just taking her shoes off. But she took that shoe off, and then she just, boom, flunk it and hit the girl in the chest. And I mean, the shoe hit hard. I can say that because she lunged that shoe at her and then tried to run and get at her. But of course, security stepped in and separated them. And they were just at that point, oh, you bum, bitch. Oh, you ain't nobody. You want to be like me. You want to be like me. Y'all want to be like each other. So what y'all arguing for? So as security taking Bianca up the stairs one way, Bianca like, yeah, let's walk this way. Let's walk this way. And then she dart the other way to try to get the girl. And I'm like, I mean, when I say she darted, she was like, pew! And she almost got to her, but security like was, because she had to run down like the little hallway part and then like down some stairs. But security was already on that part, so you know they'd already caught her. Because they were in the club. Who are in the club? And I'ma catch you. It was pathetic. It really was. You know, you bum bitch. You won't ever be as popping as me. But neither one of y'all is popping. I think that's the thing that aggravates me the most. When two people ain't popping, how you argue with the other person, you want everybody is popping, and when y'all both is lukewarm at best. Come on. And that's why I say this episode bored me. Because it was superficial beefs. It was petty arguments. It was introducing new characters with whack storylines. And, you know, that's kind of how I felt. Now, the end of the episode, you know, Yandy's at a photo shoot for her client, and this was a guy, and he was modeling some clothes, and she like, you know, you're a little bit ashy. I'm going to put some lotion, oil stuff on you. Now, we all know when you put lotion and oil on your hands, if you touch your clothes get dirty. So it makes sense for Yandy to do it for him, because if you model, and that's what people do for their clients, male or female. But I don't think, well, yeah, it is. So as she's putting lotion, just oil on his arms, just his arms, Judy walk in with Mendici's mom, and then she like, who the fuck is he? Judy, who was you talking to? And he looking like, what the hell is going on? And she like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, it's my mother-in-law. She was like, I'm working, what are you doing here? Well, Mendici told me to come check on you and to see what was going on here. Mendici, you ain't got nothing else to do, bro? Well, I guess that is you in prison. But anywho, Judy get all out of pocket. What you rubbing on him for? I don't want to come in here and see my daughter-in-law rubbing on some man, and he looked like he enjoying it. And then she proceed to push the guy, and then she's trying to fight the guy to where security has got to come and like pull her back. And you know, she talking to him like, I don't want to see that going on, and Mendici gonna hear about this, and you know what you rubbing stuff on him for? And she's like, he's my client, and I'm rubbing it on him because he can't. I don't want him to get on his hands and he touch the clothes and clothes get dirty. It honestly makes perfect sense. But again, I still feel like this is a little bit for the cameras, because my thing is, how did Mendici's know where you were shooting the scene at? And why is Miss Judy in a goddamn cocktail prom dress? Okay, why is she dressed up? I was just so confused over the whole scene, and that's why I'm like, is this for the cameras? Because Judy ass could not have possibly thought it was a good idea to come down here and try to fight this man. That was stupid. So, you know, they get her off of, and she's like, you know, why am I here blocking my kid's grandmother from fighting my artist? It was stupid. She was trying to argue with the guy. It was stupid. And she just ended it saying, you know, I'm going to tell Mendici's about this. And she's like, don't do that because it's going to cause unnecessary drama between me and him. Just don't do it. Oh, no, I have to do it. And then, of course, you know, this episode go off. I'm not here for the random bullshit this season. I'm hoping that this is not a waste of a season. So, you know, let me know how you guys thought. Please put your comments below at the bottom. And I will catch you guys for the next episode of Love and Hip Hop. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace. And y'all see, yeah, I ain't got enough to give for this episode. I mean, I hope the next episode is better, because this one was not that good, honestly. Peace.